I'm going to start with the torch, since I think most people have seen this one already. If you haven't, you're going to again. It's my torch. I'm going to try to show you all angles. It's the bottom where you fill it. It's one side, the top. Now I don't usually light this without using a holder, but I'm going to try. See what happens. We've got fire. There you go, there's a flame. You can see it's pretty easy to use. I just push this little button here and it's off. There you go. That's my torch. This next tool, I don't use it very often, but I have. I used it twice. It's not very easy, but if I have to use a hammer, this one worked well for me. This hammer is made by Colwell. The reason I like Colwell tools is they have a rubber coating on them that is very good, and my hands stick very well to them. It has like a very good grip on it. So if you have to hold a hammer, you want one with a rubber handle. Next thing I'm going to show you is lubricant. Sometimes we need the lubricant. Next is lubricant. Sometimes we need to use lubricant on things, but it's very uneasy because it's slippery, of course, and most cans aren't accessible for quads. So as you can see, I didn't do much to this one besides glue a piece of string on it, and I put a little glue dot on the top, which allows me to push down on it a little bit easier, add some kind of texture. The best thing about this can is you just flip the little nozzle open, and it's attached. That's all you gotta do. Push the button and it works. Push it back down, it's collapsible, it stays next to the can. So if you have to lube something, this works really well. Next is Allen wrenches. I do have to use Allen wrenches sometimes because I'm a busy person with projects, but not a lot. And I've had a couple different sets, and the regular single ones, they just don't work well. I can't hold on to it and I can't turn it. Because this one allows me to put my finger through it in different places, as you can see, I can hold on to it pretty well. Plus, all the Allen wrenches are attached. So whatever ones you need, they're there. I have a set for metric and for standard. If you open them all up, your thumb goes all the way through the inside, and it makes it much easier to turn. But as you can see, if you have some patience, you can still use it. Works really well. Also, I put a piece of string on there because it makes it much easier to get it in and out of the toolbox. This tool I'm going to show you is really cool. It's made by Crescent, and it actually is a Crescent wrench, but it's a different style. I'll show you the name first. Remember, I'm working with two cameras, so this isn't easy. I almost lost my camera. That sucked. So, the reason I like this tool so much is it fits around almost ahead of any bolt or nut, and it's very easy to work by yourself. I'm just going to use my knuckle here, and you probably can't hear it, but it's actually moving just by turning the little dial on the back. I can do it very easily with my thumb, and I can also drop them on the floor really easy too. So I'm going to go get my reacher. My reacher is another tool that I use, and I use it a lot more than everything else. So I guess this is a good time for using it, isn't it? I have my reacher in a certain spot that makes it easy for me to use all the time. And if I turn the camera angle, I think I should be able to let you see how I'm actually doing it. So there's my tool down there. Now you can't see it on my digital camera, of course, because it's up here, but I'll show you on the other camera angle. So that's me putting on my reacher. That's how I put it on my hand. What I do is I open my hand like this, and it opens the end, which you'll see on the other camera view. Here we go. Try to show you here. You can see it a little bit. If I don't choke myself trying to get this thing, we'll be all set. And I'll break a tile. Good thing I had a string. There it is. That's how I use my reacher. I guess it was kind of a good thing that I dropped that tool because I didn't plan on showing you the reacher. So, let me get rid of that. That was close. And now, I'll get back to what I was doing before. So, this is the crescent wrench. And like I said, it works well. All you gotta do is hit this little switch here. All you do is hit this little switch here. Turns it right and left. This little switch on the back, the little dial, moves the little piece open and closes it. And it works really well. Has a nice rubber handle and it's easy to turn. My last and most favorite tool, which I do use often, is a tape measure. A tape measure is actually really difficult to find one that actually works for a quad, but this one does. And I'll show you how easy. All you gotta do is find something to hook it on. For example, the end of a table. I'm just going to show you with my hand. The unique thing about this tape measure here is when you pull it out, it stays. Now I didn't do anything. I didn't push a handle or anything. I just pull it. It stays out. And for me, that's awesome. Because now I can measure stuff and I don't have to worry about it going in and out. I'm holding it with one hand. The tape measure's out. It won't retract until you push a button. And when you do, that's it. It's in. It even stops. It locks it. Well, there you go. That's my episode of tools. I hope you learned something. Until next time.